Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well today. So today, let us understand about the markets around us. So markets are places where buyers and sellers come together to exchange goods and services. We usually think of a market as a crowded place with shops, stalls, vendors, but markets can be of different types as well. Now, there's not only just one market, but there are different kinds of markets, and usually it's the same thing that happens where buyer and seller come together and there is exchange of goods or services. So today in this video, let us learn more about the markets that are around us. Let us be aware and informed about the different kinds of markets. So as mentioned, a market is a place where buyer and sellers exchange goods and services, and markets are not always physical spaces. So there are different kinds, different types that we'll keep learning throughout this video. So types of markets: weekly market, or there are shops in the neighborhood, shopping complexes or malls, or even online market. Now weekly market. Let us first understand weekly market. So they are held on specific days of the week, and there are no permanent shops and goods are generally cheaper. So like once in a week, like you must have heard about your local weekly markets, like a Friday market or a Wednesday market, Monday market, any day of the week. So it's a weekly market, and these sellers, they set up temporary stalls. So it's not like the fixed and permanent place or permanent shops that they have, but every that particular day of the week, they come early morning, they set up their things or their products. They display it quite well, whether it is fruits and vegetables or fish, or even selling any kind of accessories, whatever it is, clothes, accessories. They set it up and they're temporary stalls. Okay, and goods are always like most of the time sold at lower prices, and bargaining here is common. Like you can bargain for a product or a vegetable or fruit, you can always bargain. They are open to bargaining. So example would be a local vegetable market or a flea market that I'm sure you must have visited with your parents, especially with your mom maybe. Neighborhood shops. Now these neighborhood shops, as the name suggests, they are located near our homes. They are the known shopkeepers to whom we always keep going and coming back to, and they are useful for daily and emergency needs. So they are run by either some individuals or some families who have their own shops there, small shops, and they usually sell like daily items like milk, bread, soap, eggs, and so on. So it's very convenient for us to just step out and quickly get those things and come back. And we usually tend to build a personal relationship with them, and they also usually know you. The shopkeepers are known, and we have a nice bond with them as we keep going to them and coming back. And these are most of the days they are open, like except for a Sunday or a Monday, whatever they decide on, they are usually open. Now shopping complexes and malls. So there are many branded outlets in one place, and they are fixed prices, and they are air conditioned environment, and like those posh environments, and usually these are more expensive. uh, you must have been to any of the mall, and you must have realized that how those places are well clean and equipped and with air condition, and all the shops have different kinds of brands, and of course they are in big buildings, and there are many shops inside. So there are branded as well as non-branded stores available, and here we cannot bargain like we can do in local markets. There are fixed prices, the environment is clean, and we also have additional food courts and entertainment zones. So once you shop, you can even eat, you can go to the theater to watch the movie. So it's all in one place. Next up is online markets. Now, buying and selling here is done through the internet. So there are different kinds of websites. You might be familiar with Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, and so on. So these are the common places through common websites through which we shop, and usually they are home delivery, right? So they deliver the products at your doorstep, and it's quite convenient for a person who has no time to go out, or maybe at times you just want things to come at your door place. It's very easy and convenient, but of course it requires internet and digital payments. So it's the need of the hour, right? So payments are done through cards, UPI, and cash on delivery as well, so that is also available. So the best part is we can shop anytime from anywhere. We don't need to go to that particular place, and then it's always delivered at your doorstep. So it's very convenient at this time. Now, as we have understood the different types of marketplace, let us understand who are the sellers here. Now, sellers are small vendors like the vegetable sellers, shopkeepers, business owners, or even companies which are online, as well as the malls. So, any hawkers that you see selling maybe vada pav stall, or as simple as pani puri stall. So those are kind of hawkers. Then we have shopkeepers, vendors, as well as online sellers. So some shops you might find on the streets, or some through apps as well. Now there are like Zomato's or Swiggy that we order food through. So these are also sellers, those who sell food, and those we can find through apps. So why do people sell? They sell goods or services to earn a living. Now, who are the buyers? People who go to the market to buy goods or services. So for example, you go and buy something, you are a buyer. And even if you have a small business, you could also be a seller. So people who go to the market to buy goods or services, the common people, the retailers, the business purchasing, those who purchase in bulk, as a wholesale. So they can be individuals as well as businesses, or like a community as well. So they choose product based on the quality, price, and need, isn't it? Whenever we go out, we try to see the price, the quality of it, and whether we need it or not. Okay, now moving further, let us understand the chain of market. Now, how does this chain of market work? So the journey of a product from producer to the consumer. Okay, there's a journey from where it reaches from producer to the consumer. So the producer, then it goes to the wholesaler, the retailer, and the consumer. For example, how a shirt travels from a farmer to a buyer. So it's produced, then it's sent to the wholesale, then the retailer who sells single pieces and all, and then the consumer, that's you. So for example, a farmer would sell to a wholesaler, then the wholesaler to a retailer, and then retailer to a customer. So many people are involved in this supply process. So it's not possible for a single person to handle all of these processes, because it's a journey. Okay, it's a journey of your product coming to your doorstep. It's just not easily just packed and sent, but it's from the producing to the retailer to the consumer. It takes a really long process, and at each step there is a cost added and value to the product. So when you go and ask a producer, the price wouldn't be same as the price that you buy for. When you go to a wholesaler, the price would be different. When you go to the retailer, the price would be different. And when it comes to you, it's totally a different price. Why? Because all these steps add cost and value to the product. It enhances your product, it gives value to your product, and that's how there is price added at every step. And at the end, it reaches to you with the best product possible. Okay, so next time you buy a product, try to think of how this might have come to you. What are the steps, or who are the people that are involved? What is the process that is involved for a product, for a piece of cloth or a food that has come to you? Now, as consumers, let us understand our rights and duties. Okay, so right to fair price. Of course, we should get every product at a fair price. There cannot be ambiguity when it comes to pricing. So there should be a fair price, right to quality. We should get quality products, of course, because we are paying for it. And as a consumer, you should always check the expiry date, the MRP, okay, and do not forget to take a bill or a receipt. So sometimes there might be some small shops who usually don't tend to give you bills or receipts, but you can always ask for one. You can always ask for one, and they will easily provide you. If not a bill, at least a receipt will be provided to you. And always be aware to be aware of fake or faulty products. Now there are so many products in the market that that people, some buyers are some sellers are trying to imitate those products. Okay, they are imitating those products, the packaging is same, everything is same, but maybe somewhere the spelling would be different or the name will be little different. But when we as consumers see the product, it looks like, oh, it's similar, and then we tend to buy in a haste, and then we realize that, oh, it's a fake product or a faulty product. So always be careful, be alert, be aware of the product that you're buying. Check the expiry date, the MRP, the bill. Try to see the product in all directions and check for the ingredients, the if it's a fake or a faulty product. And always choose product wisely and avoid wastage. Take as much as you want, and always try to avoid wastage. So as a consumer, what are your rights? Your right is to safety, information, and choice. You have a right to complain and seek redressal. You have a right to be heard and to get a fair price. So in case you go to a shop and you see that the you don't have enough information about the product, you can always ask. Okay, and it's your choice if you want to buy it or you don't want to buy it. If there is some kind of problem that you're facing, you can easily complain. If you have carefully seen, every product has a customer care number as well, a food care number, so you can always call on that as well. Okay, and you never have to think whether they will hear me or they will register my complaint. It's your right to be heard and right to get a fair price. So always go for it and never hesitate. So, concluding, I would just like to mention that markets are essential to daily life. Imagine a life where you can't just get up and go and get things that you want. You will be struggling. And I'm sure we had that phase during COVID-19 when things were available, but we couldn't go out and get. And there came a time where things were not even available. Everything was sold out, and we had to literally struggle and save those things and use things wisely, buy things wisely. So I think that's how we should keep following. These are the lessons learned, that choose wisely, buy wisely, avoid wastage, and try to buy as much as you need and not just look after your wants. So markets do exist in many forms, and markets help us become smart consumers, isn't it? Okay, lastly, it's a little activity time for you. What you can do is find three types of markets, different types of markets near your home, and you can write about what they sell and why people visit them. So, these are the essential things that you can write, and it will eventually help you understand about this kinds of markets. Thank you.